Hey guys, how y'all doing today? This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell the Rebirth. Again, this is the manosphere. This is the manosphere where we're going to have intelligent talk, discussion about different things that go on within the manosphere itself and throughout Black YouTube and social media and etc. Today, I want to have a little discussion. It's going to be a short discussion, but this is one that I'm actually going to enjoy. Now, this is about the B1 network. You know those people who don't have a history of being B1, who've all had history of being with people of other races, and particularly the white race, each and every one of them, you know, all 5, 6 of them, and all those that do support them. But I'm going to talk about one Taz exclusive, aka the GOAT, aka the Choke. Now, for those that have known me and have known me in these spaces, me and I'm going to say Taz and I, aka Shannon Allen, we've had our bit of scuffles in the past. I had to roast his ass on GMT channel last year. We had some one-on-one little scuffles on the Sunday Rumbles on O'Shea Duke Jackson channel. He's tried to come on my channel. I had to kick his ass off. I don't go there because I know that I'm going to get blocked, which I have on multiple occasions. And his little ratchet ass, aka spiritual wife, was the one that did that, and that's okay. That's okay, you know. But Taz exemplified why it is important that as black men, we encourage our young black boys to seek higher education, to seek true knowledge and understanding through the mentorship of others who know what the fuck they're talking about and who have experience in what they do. And there's nothing wrong with being self-taught. There's nothing wrong with being self-educated, as long as you have the fundamentals to add with that, or you learn the fundamentals from other people. You see, so many of black men in our community, particularly the conscious community, we want to emulate Malcolm X, who was somewhat self-taught. But we forgot to understand that even though Malcolm was self-taught, he had others within the Nation of Islam who were actually educated, who also assisted him and guided him in that process. We forget that. Now, Taz showed his ignorance. He showed how undisciplined he was. He showed how unknowledgeable he was. He showed how obtuse he was when somebody really get to him in an intellectual, non-aggressive, just spitting out the true facts without all the theatrics. Okay? Brother Jabari displayed that at full scale. Brother Jabari has an Ivy League education. Brother Jabari knows what he's talking about because he's done the work and he has the scholarship, something you don't have. And this is something that puzzles me when it comes to people like Taz. These Negroes never read information on full scale. This is the problem with one of the biggest problems on YouTube. You got these people who are fucking ghetto philosophers, quote unquote educators and scholars, who don't understand how to read, comprehend, assess, decipher, and teach information appropriately. What they will do is Google up some information, find articles and information from other people who wrote it, who are actually educated and degreed, and then they'll highlight shit and write shit down. And then they'll present it to the public, to other dumbasses who are just as uneducated and aloof to the truth, and present it as it's factual. He's been doing this for years, and he's been scamming you on this. He claimed on multiple occasions, can't nobody tell me shit about Marcus Garvey. I know about Marcus Garvey more than anybody. For someone that claimed that they know so much about Marcus Garvey. In that debate, you displayed how little you know about Marcus Garvey, because your dumb ass have never been to a true college level library in your fucking life. What you do is on that ragged ass computer, on that ragged ass table, sitting on that dingy ass couch with your little mic, sitting there typing shit, cutting and pasting and putting shit together so you can display it and put it on StreamYard. That's what you're doing. That is not true scholarship. True scholarship is that you evaluate books and information full scale, reference it, summarize it, synthesize it. And sometimes you may want to get second and third opinions from others who have mastery over this knowledge. But no, Taz Exclusive, your dumb ass thought that you was gonna go on that channel on Sinetta's TV and you was gonna just blow that whole sector up and show your true intellect. And you failed gracefully to the point that you went to thuggery, which is what you really know. That's what you really are. And you just showed the foundation of your true self. It was embarrassing, but it was laughable how you fucking flopped your ass off. You actually you made your whole platform look like shit. Now, of course, you got those that are just as stupid as you that don't understand what happened, and they're going to rock with you no matter what. You know, hardcore dummies. They were in the chat talking about, oh, Chad spoke what? He didn't smoke anything. He looked pitiful. He looked like a child that was lost in a grocery store. He didn't know where the hell to go, know what to say. He was disrespectful. He was undisciplined, unhinged. And he just didn't have enough information. For someone who claimed, I know so much about Marcus, he's the worst this. This is a man who has shitted on many of our black intellects and people who struggle for the fact for him to have the very right to say the bullshit that he's saying. This nigga shitted on Martin Luther King, shitted on Malcolm X, he shitted on Marcus Garvey. He shitted on men who have proven to do things and who don't necessarily uphold street credit and street culture. Because Taz thinks that if the black community is going to be saved, it's going to be saved by niggas in the street. Well, that's the case. The niggas in the street could have been did that. The niggas in the street that joined the Black Panthers could have did that. And what Taz doesn't understand is that the streets are the biggest Uncle Toms that they are. Because the streets kill their own people. The streets sell drugs to their own people. The streets is responsible for all of the bullshit that goes in the black community. But Taz doesn't understand that. He thinks by being anti-establishment means that you just not going in with everybody else, and that the educated brother, particularly on YouTube where they use the jargon educated lame, which is an oxymoron. Nothing is lame about getting an education. You should be proud that there are men who are trying to better themselves and not follow a lifestyle of struggle and a lifestyle of heartaches and pain and constant ambiguity and heartache in those streets. See, Taz despises brothers like me because it's brothers like me who look down on niggas like him. It's brothers like me who teach young black men that's not the way you want to go. It's brothers like me who have tried to help niggas like him, but they didn't want my help because, oh, I'm too this and you're educated, you're proper, you're this and that. No, fool. I understand that I'm a threat, bigger threat than you are, because the establishment don't want a man like me who can compete and win. I'm the threat. Men like me are the threat. Those that understand, that have a standard, who know how to condone themselves, who don't basically give in to all of the fucking ignorance that they sell to you, the many. You see, I'm not a person that's going to be part of the fucking criminal justice fucking complex of black men just being in the prison industrial complex for the rest of their life and they making money off of you like slavery. I'm a man that's going to try to create my own avenue to employ, educate, and develop better black men, which is what I do. See, I'm all for hiring black men with felonies, which I have done. Matter of fact, today, just gave a brother an opportunity, did some things to help him get an opportunity. I've hired multiple black men that have had records, fresh out of jail. I'll do that. But Taz, when will you ever do that? What jobs can you provide a black man that was in your position? I know I could provide opportunities, but what opportunity can you provide? Teaching them about the fucking White Pookie Project? Is that what the fuck you doing? You know, teaching them about shit about, some shit back in 1820 that nobody has, even though it's great to bring up things, but none of that is applicable to helping them in today's time. It's nothing wrong with learning history, but brother, keep it into perspective. You're not an intellectual, you're not a scholar. You're just a brother on YouTube who made a lot of bad decisions in your life, and you found an avenue to make money because your record does not allow you to translate to success in true American society. It doesn't. I don't have to prove my blackness by committing crimes against other black people. That is stupid. That's utmost stupidity. I'm one who will provide opportunities for my people and tell them not to get away from the street shit. But you the one who care about street cred and I'm this and that in Cincinnati and all that raggedy ass Cincinnati and so forth. You don't want to do that, Taz. But when you face a true intellectual like JABARI, which he is, you failed. You got embarrassed. And it wasn't even close. But that's not the first time you lost. You lost other debates too. You see, you got your head bloated dealing with that little debate league, that bullshit ass debate league that you was in, and going on Proctor Thought Series, thought you was doing something. And you even lost debates over there too. And then you act a damn fool. But I can give it to your defense, those debates are quite, subjective. So it's not even structured correctly. So I can maybe just throw that out. But this nigga went up there. Basic shit he didn't know about Marcus Garvey. This nigga went up there just going off topic, not sticking to the topic, bringing up useless information, saying all kinds of crazy shit, then yelling and cursing when he mad at the end. And you showed your true self. And the fact of the matter is that you are useless to American society. The Pookie Ray Ray debate, you just exposed why, as a black community, we gotta stop producing motherfuckers like you. We have to stop producing motherfuckers like you because you are the reason why black women complain. Yeah, they may fuck you, they may give you the ass and shit, but then in the long term, they realize through trial and error, you motherfuckers ain't worth shit. Now, you are the Pookie and Ray Ray that Cynthia G talks about. You are the Pookie and Ray Ray that Cynthia G says not to procreate with. And those divestment motherfuckers that on your panel that don't like you either, but they're there because they can have a voice to say shit, and they don't even support you. They really support Nile and Cynthia G. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. But that's just me. I just wanted to talk about it because the shit was so hilarious. It was so fucking funny. I almost did a live stream right after the fucking debate to review the shit. The shit that you did, the lack of what you did, I shook my head like, this nigga just don't understand. You see, these niggas that think that they are so smart on YouTube, take some college courses. Be in a structured environment where you're dealing with a person who has a mastery of the information, and you go and spew this internet bullshit that you all think is correct, When I was in college, you couldn't even utilize internet references. You had to take your ass to the library. And if you did use internet information, it had to be from a major organization, the government, or a industry, or like, say for instance, a intellectual group or something like that. Or that's what it was limited to. And you had to reference it. You couldn't just go picking and choosing shit and just saying all kinds of dumbass shit without vetting your information. But this nigga get up here and put some shit up together within an hour, and he do a 3-hour live stream, and these motherfuckers think he Nostradamus or some shit, like he the second coming. And it's quite exhausting, because like myself, there are people who think they know more about psychology and counseling than me. There are people who will try to argue me down about the DSM, about different things in the industry that they never worked in. They have no experience, but they read 50 articles and they think they know something. I live this shit. I do this. It's pitiful that the internet has bloated you niggas' minds like Taz, to think that there's something that they always wanted to be, but you don't have the discipline to do it, Taz, because you're a nigga. See, niggas like you're a nigga. You could never sit in a class for a semester and do the shit correctly, because nigga, you thinking about how trying to get over, do this and that. We don't even know how good your writing skills are. You already struggle to try to say big words and put subject and verb conjugation properly. You suffer from that. You struggle with that. That's why I laugh at you niggas that try to talk about saying you don't need a college education. You think because you're a professional. No, I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. But what I can say, I'm very knowledgeable. And there's a difference between intelligence and achievement. Obtaining degrees is achievement, not intelligence. But it took my intelligence to partially achieve those things. It's a fact. So this is D-Darrell with the Manosphere, kicking the facts. Taz, the motherfucking choke, got exposed, and it was funny as fuck. So with that being said, guys, I have a great day. Peace. D-Darrell Manosphere.